Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's story follows the unbelievable journey of a poor farmer's son whose life changes forever after a single discovery. While hunting in the forest, he stumbles upon a mysterious stone. At first, it seems like nothing more than a strange rock, but hidden inside it is a power capable of changing the fate of the entire world. Stay with me until the end to see how this incredible adventure unfolds. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy movie recaps like this. Now, let's get started. Imagine going into the forest looking for food and returning with something that could change the destiny of the world. That's exactly what happens to a poor young farmer named Eragon. One day, while hunting in a forbidden mountain range, Eragon discovers a strange blue stone that seems to have appeared out of nowhere. Thinking he can sell it for money, he takes it back to his village. However, when a local butcher learns where the stone came from, he refuses to buy it and warns Eragon never to return to that place. Confused, Eragon hides the mysterious stone in his home. He lives with his uncle and cousin Roran, and until then, their lives have been peaceful and ordinary. A few days later, everything changes. The blue stone begins to crack open. To Eragon's amazement, it isn't a stone at all, it is an egg. Moments later, a baby dragon hatches from inside. The instant Eragon touches the young dragon, a powerful wave of magical energy bursts from his body and spreads across the land. Far away, those connected to ancient magic immediately sense that something extraordinary has happened. A dragon has returned. The following morning, Eragon wakes up to discover a strange red mark on the palm of his hand. It wasn't there before. This symbol reveals that he has been chosen as a new dragon rider. Long ago, dragon riders and their dragons protected the kingdom and kept peace throughout the land. But everything changed when one rider named Galbatorix betrayed the others. Driven by his hunger for power, he destroyed the dragon riders, slaughtered their dragons, crowned himself king, and has ruled through fear ever since. Now that a new dragon rider has appeared, the balance of the world is about to change. Meanwhile, Eragon secretly raises the dragon and names her Saphira. Unlike any ordinary creature, Saphira grows at an incredible speed. Within only a few weeks, she is already large enough to fly. Soon, Eragon discovers another astonishing ability. He can hear Saphira's voice inside his mind. Their thoughts are connected, creating an unbreakable bond between rider and dragon. At the same time, Princess Arya, who has been imprisoned by the king's forces, realizes that the dragon egg has finally hatched. When King Galbatorix hears the news, he is alarmed. He immediately orders his most dangerous servant, Durzer, to find the new dragon rider before he becomes powerful enough to threaten the empire. Wanting to understand Saphira and the dragon riders, Eragon begins searching for answers. His search leads him to Brom, an old storyteller who seems to know far more than he admits. One night, Eragon secretly enters Brom's house and finds books describing dragons and dragon riders. But Brom refuses to answer his questions and warns him to stay away from such dangerous knowledge. However, Brom has a secret of his own. He was once a dragon rider himself. Years ago, Galbatorix killed his dragon, forcing Brom into hiding, where he has lived ever since. Not long afterward, Durzer's monstrous creatures finally locate Eragon's village. During the night, terrifying monsters attack in search of him. Realizing the danger, Eragon rushes home to warn his uncle. But Saphira senses the trap and carries him away before it's too late. Desperate, Eragon insists on returning home. When he finally does, his worst nightmare has become reality. His house has been destroyed, and his uncle has been killed. Overwhelmed with grief, Eragon blames Saphira for preventing him from returning sooner. Hurt by his words, she flies away. Soon afterward, Brom arrives and finally tells Eragon the truth. The monsters came because Eragon is a dragon rider. As long as he remains alive, Galbatorix will never stop hunting him. With nothing left to stay for, Eragon leaves his village and begins his journey alongside Brom. Before long, Saphira returns, and Eragon apologizes to her. Their bond becomes stronger than ever. As they travel together, Brom trains Eragon in sword fighting, survival, the history of the dragon riders, and the use of magic. Eragon learns that magic is very real, but every spell drains the user's own strength. If too much power is used, it can even cost a person their life. During their journey, they stop at a village where Eragon encounters a mysterious woman who seems to know everything about him. Before he can learn more, Durzur's creatures attack again. Outnumbered and desperate, Eragon unleashes his magical power through an arrow. Blue energy explodes from the shot, destroying many of the attackers and saving their lives. But the effort completely exhausts him, causing him to lose consciousness. When he wakes up hours later, Brom explains that a dragon rider's greatest strength comes from the bond shared with their dragon, but that same bond also carries great risks. Training continues as Brom teaches Eragon the ancient language, advanced swordsmanship, and how to control his growing abilities. Around this time, Eragon begins having strange visions. In his dreams, he repeatedly sees a beautiful woman imprisoned and desperately calling for help. The woman is Arya. Although Brom believes these visions might be a trap, Eragon becomes convinced that Arya is real and decides he must rescue her. Following the visions, Eragon and Saphira secretly enter enemy territory. Deep inside a fortress prison, they find Arya exactly as she appeared in Eragon's dreams. But the rescue is a trap. Durzur has been waiting for them. The powerful sorcerer attacks immediately. Eragon fights with everything he has, but Durzur is far stronger and far more experienced. Eragon is quickly overwhelmed. Just as Durzur prepares to kill him, Brom throws himself into the battle, taking the deadly blow instead. Eragon watches in horror as his mentor is mortally wounded. Consumed by anger, he launches a furious attack that forces Durzur to retreat long enough for Arya to escape. Together, they carry the badly injured Brom away. Sadly, his wounds are fatal. Knowing his time has come, Brom gives Eragon his dragon rider sword and tells him to continue their fight and become the rider the world desperately needs. Not long afterward, Brom dies. For the second time, Eragon loses someone he loves. He buries Brom, and Saphira uses her dragon fire to create a beautiful crystal tomb in his honor. Standing before the grave, Eragon realizes that his journey is no longer about revenge. It is about responsibility. Soon afterward, they meet a mysterious warrior named Murtig. After discovering who Eragon really is, Murtig leads him to the Varden, the secret group of rebels who have fought against Galbatorix for years. There, Arya receives treatment for her injuries, while Eragon meets the people who believe he is their last hope. As his training continues, Eragon learns an important secret. Durzur can only be killed if someone strikes directly through his heart. At the same time, Galbatorix's army begins marching toward the Varden. War is now inevitable. As the rebels prepare for battle, armor is forged for Saphira. During her training, she finally learns to breathe fire, making her stronger than ever before. Soon, the enemy arrives. A massive battle erupts between the Empire and the rebels. While soldiers clash below, Saphira dominates the skies, raining dragon fire upon the enemy forces. For a while, it seems the rebels might actually win. Then Durzur appears. Riding a terrifying dragon-like beast created through dark magic, he completely changes the course of the battle. The final confrontation begins. High above the battlefield, Eragon and Saphira engage Durzur in a brutal aerial fight. The enemy creature is incredibly powerful, and both Eragon and Saphira suffer serious injuries. Durzur gains the upper hand again and again. Then Eragon remembers one of Brom's most important lessons. Wars are not won by strength alone. They are won through wisdom. Using that lesson, Eragon creates a distraction that briefly shifts Durzur's attention. That single moment is all he needs. Leaping forward without hesitation, Eragon lands on Durzur's mount and drives his sword straight through the sorcerer's heart. Victory comes at a terrible cost. Both Eragon and Saphira collapse from their wounds. When Eragon finally wakes up, the first thing he asks about is Saphira. No one answers immediately, making him fear the worst. Then, a familiar shadow appears overhead. Saphira is alive. Overjoyed, the two are reunited. The rebels celebrate their hard-earned victory, but everyone knows the war is far from over. Durzer is dead. His army has been defeated. But Galbatorix still lives. Before leaving, Arya warns Eragon that the true battle has yet to begin. The king remains the greatest threat in the world, and one day Eragon will have to face him himself. Eragon accepts her warning. After saying goodbye to his new allies, he prepares for the challenges that lie ahead. In the final scene, we see Galbatorix standing beside his enormous black dragon. Furious over Durzer's defeat, the king vows to destroy the young dragon rider who dared challenge his rule. And that's where the story ends. But Eragon's journey has only just begun. The next battle promises to be even more dangerous. I hope you enjoyed today's movie recap. If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next recap.